Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today, daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. So we'll look in here. I'll give you my opinion, and we're off to the races here. So light crude oil futures. I know there's a lot of there's a lot of fear out there, guys. I'm hearing a lot of lockdown stuff in China and demand and this and that. But all I'm going to do is watch inventory levels each week. And if they're going down, I remain a bull. Even if they go up some, they have to go up quite a bit. So the rate of deficit may change, but the deficits will still remain a deficit, and I would still be a bull. I'm talking it has to go and start adding into inventory for me to get really bearish. We have a little bit of a bearish candlestick today. This could go a little bit lower. We do have very good support underneath it. We do have a little wick at the bottom. So are we going to get a move lower here? Difficult to say. When they're moving, chopping sideways, we've got news-driven pricing movements. That's probably the most difficult to really make any sort of guess at what this thing's going to do in the short term. But we'll look at the companies and see how they're holding up. But I think they're probably going to be holding up quite well. And then natural gas is on full beast mode, up 6.4% to $6.70. This is a clear breakout to the upside. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're absolutely blind. But this is in full beast mode. Are we going to get a pullback? I'm sure at some point we are. We're kind of between seasons of winter and summer. Summer cooling season, winter heating season. But again, long-term big picture view, guys, we are rocketing higher, and we could go far higher. There is a lot of congestion in this area here that we're in the middle of. So we're coming into a congestion area. It may slow that move down a little bit, but overall, it looks like it's in full beast mode. XOP, this is the oil and gas exploration production, just moving sideways a little bit today, down 2%. It still looks quite strong. I don't see a bunch of sellers stepping in here throwing fat candlesticks that are going to the downside, so it still looks really strong to me. SM Energy throwing in a hammer pattern. It's got support right underneath it. Still looks good. CDEV, another one that's above its, it's broken out of its pattern. It still looks really good up here to me. I like it up there. CWEGF, another one that's kind of already had a run. Again, this is a natural gas company. It was down 3.21%. Obviously, oil has an impact on the pricing of crude energy, but natural gas is its bread and butter. This is a good spot, I think. I don't know if I'd buy here or not. It's had a good run here, and I don't know if we're going to get a pullback in it. CPE is looking fantastic. This is one that I think's worth taking a look at. This is a very strong resistance line that goes back so many years here. Every time we've broken this resistance line, it's had a pretty good run. Big run here. That's like, I don't even know what, this month is like a mega month. It went from $59 to $130 in a month. We broke through here, did a little retest, and then launched higher. We broke through this, did a retest, and then launched higher. So every time we break through this, it seems like we get a good launch out of it. Athabasca oil is one that I really like in this general vicinity. We're right at that resistance support area, and there isn't much resistance above. So that one looks fantastic. I really like that one. Recaf, another one that's been moving sideways. Again, this is an exploration company. It's going to move on its own time. Crescent Energy, getting a little bit more selling pressure, these two big, large down days there. Buyer stepped in. I think this support line will hold. And then once the price of oil resumes its upward trend, these will all resume upward. Northern Oil and Gas has broken out of its long-term downtrend line. That one looks good. Grand Tier Energy getting a little bit more selling pressure today, but still overall looks quite strong where it's at. We'll have to see more selling pressure for me to really turn and change my mind. And even if we do, we're still above the big pattern. A little bit more selling pressure here today in Tellurian. Just kind of moving sideways with it. Pedevco getting more of a sell-off, touching its resistance line. So we're right at that resistance support, I should say. OAS, another one that's just moving sideways. Again, oil was down. CRK is more of a natural gas company, heading on higher irrespective of the oil price. Sandridge, again, we're hanging out at these 52-week highs, still looks excellent. Ring Energy, looks like we're getting a little bit more of a sell-off. Got a little bit of this high. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I wouldn't be scared yet. We've got a lot of resistance there. Sometimes you hit your head on that resistance, you get a little bit of a pullback. And then we'll see how far we pull back if we get a pullback here. Surge Energy, another one that's coming on back a little bit, 7.24%. We could come into this range down here again. We'll see if we can get down there. If we do, I like buying it down there. Tamarack Valley Energy getting a little bit of a pullback. Again, looks strong, still above all of its patterns. We've got Crescent Energy with the double bottom and then the move higher. Still looks okay up there. Nice, good hammer pattern. Vermilion Energy just moving sideways, looking like we're putting in some sort of pattern like this. Still looking good. And then we got Meg Energy putting in a pattern as well. Still putting it in and moving sideways right underneath its resistance line. Energy service companies, again, we're putting in these patterns, guys. These look good to be buying in these patterns. In my opinion, they still look strong. I still think oil's going higher. We've got Tetra Technologies just moving sideways and kind of a, some sort of squeezing up pattern there. Transocean getting a little bit more of a sell-off. Maybe we come back a little further to its breakout area. We've got Pump. Pump is right about to break out. I actually like Pump right here. That looks good. Looks like it wants to go higher. EXTN looks good, getting the bloody nose. I still think it's going to move higher. Valaris getting a little bit more selling pressure, a little bit more of a roundy top. We might pull back a little bit. That could be in the cards. We'll see. Oops, MRM, MMA Offshore, still looking very strong. I like how this looks on this pullback. Tidewater getting a little bit more of a sell-off. This could lead to a little bit, of a lower move. But again, we've had a monster run here, guys. We probably need to cool off a little bit. NEX, that's got the bloody nose. That's usually a continuation pattern higher. That thing's been on a tear. KLXE, very small down day. I actually like it here for KLXE. Champion X still moving sideways below its resistance downtrend line. Cactus Energy above its support line, still moving sideways. We've got 9 right on support. We've got OII getting a little bit more of a sell-off. We may drop down a little bit before moving higher. Noble Energy moving sideways. Helix Energy Solutions getting more of a sell-off here. We might be making a different type pattern, maybe more like this. It all depends on how we draw it. CGG, YY, still looking good, just moving sideways up, small up day to day. Petrofac, another one that looks decent, moving sideways. It's pretty low. McCoy Global, again, we've already broken out. We've got these lows here. It's probably going to make a higher low at some point, right where it's at soon. And then Diamond Offshore Drilling is one that I like down here quite a bit for Diamond Offshore Drilling. And then we've got, it looks like some weakness in some of the coal companies is what I'm seeing. I'm not going to go through all those, but it's looking okay, guys. Even if we pull back some, even if the oil pulls back some, everything's still okay. We're going to have support at the $85, $86 level if it gets that low. Again, we're coming up into summer driving season. Usually this is a strong point for demand in America, and America uses a lot of fuel. So I think also remember we've got the medical stuff going on in China, a lot of lockdowns and whatnot. And if it's just the variant, the Omicron, not Omicron, is that the Omicron? Yeah, it's the Omicron variant, the weak one, we'll call it. The weak variant, I think people will be down for a little bit and then they'll come back and maybe the lockdowns will be pretty short, hopefully. And then we'll see resume uptrend in oil. I'm still a bull in oil, guys. I'm a bull until I'm not. I have to see inventories increase, and they have to increase back to levels that are somewhat normal. But with driving season coming up, I'm going to be a bull. I'm going to be a bull because we're not the largest consumer of energy is coming into driving season, and in the summer, the medical problems with COVID, yeah, they're not going to be as strong. So that's my take there, guys. So yeah, if you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you like my viewpoints and you want to see a lot of the companies that I'm buying, when I'm buying it, the ones that I prefer, definitely join the website, the Finding Value website. It's down below. If you want to see what the silver and platinum memberships get you, you're going to have to go down there and look at that welcoming page. It's down there in the description link below. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.